So the president of the National Honor Society is Soraya Cromwell, and next year she's enrolling in the Army. Johanna Morris, she is going to possibly Mercy, Utica, or Lemoyne. Haley Brizard is going to Kane University in the fall for a BA in English Education, K through 12. Sabiha Rahman is going to either Fordham, Hunter, or Berwick. Silas Milas is going to SUNY Cortland, go Red Dragons. Ren Anderson is going to Rochester Institute of Technology or University of Minnesota. Josh Bolin is going to SUNY Delhi. Kaylee Kane is going to SUNY Oneonta for criminological theory. Diamond Copeland is going to SUNY Albany. Sarai Cruz Olivero is going to Dominican University and majoring in education. Skylar Davis is going to Mercy University. Christian DeMarne is going to SUNY Oneonta. Daniel Farfan is going to SUNY Ulster. Sarah Gonzalez is going to SUNY Cortland. Hannah Graham is going to SUNY Ulster to major in adolescence education. Manaya Laurel is getting certified in phlebotomy and then attending nursing school. Daniela Membreno is going to either Dominican University, SUNY Brockport, SUNY New Paltz, Lemoyne, or Penn State. Ashley Nunavero is going to SUNY Ulster. Dara Ortiz Rijos is going to SUNY Ulster. Adriana Sarbara is going to Belmont University. Lauren Story is going to SUNY Cortland and studying psychology. Amelia Torres is going to New Paltz. James Valenti is going to either AMDA, New Paltz, or Purchase. And Megan Wright is going to Utica University. You can give it a hands up for the current members of the National Honor Society. You guys can blow out your candles now. Okay. So everyone, welcome to the induction ceremony again. So juniors, I want you guys to do me a favor. Take a deep breath. You guys did it. You guys went through a very rigorous and vigorous application process to get to this moment. You guys have shown that you are leaders and you are ready for the National Honor Society currently today. And so this is a special moment. Like I said before, this is your day, so enjoy it. So before we start, I'm going to have our president, Soraya Cromwell, come up and we're going to do the Pledge of Allegiance.
Can I have everyone stand, please? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible with liberty and justice for all. Thank you.
So good evening, parents, guardians, family, friends, and educators. On behalf of all the staff at Ellenville Senior High School, I would like to thank you for coming out this evening in a celebration of a wonderful group of students. It is truly an honor to be selected as being able to welcome these students, and it is an honor for these students to be welcomed as members of the National Honor Society. So before we start, we're going to have one of our administrators come up and address you inductees. It's going to be Miss Galloway.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen of the National Honor Society. Good evening, families, parents, students, and all of our Ellenville staff. I would like to first give acknowledgement to our superintendent, Ms. Wiles, our deputy superintendent, Ms. White, as well as our senior high school principal, Mr. Pabon, our P-Tech and co-principal, Ms. Ireland, and also our other assistant principal, Mr. I stand before you today with immense pride and gratitude. As your assistant principal, I have been looking forward to this moment where we all gather here today to recognize the awesome accomplishments of our NHS students. However, I must admit, getting here today wasn't easy. I have been battling a stubborn illness, one that threatened to keep me from being here with you today. But guess what? I pushed through. Why? Well, I'm so glad you asked me. I pushed through because I wanted to demonstrate the same attributes of determination, resilience, and commitment that you all have been exemplifying throughout your years in high school thus far. You see, being part of the National Honor Society is not just about academic excellence. It's about embodying the values of scholarship, leadership, service, and character. It's about going above and beyond, not just for yourself, but for others. It's about being a role model, not just in the classroom, but in our school community. As I look out at all of you, I see future leaders, future change makers, and future difference makers. I see individuals who are not afraid to take on challenges, who are not afraid to stand up for what is right, and who are not afraid to make a difference in our school community and in the world. Each one of you has worked tirelessly to earn your place in the National Honor Society. You have studied late into the night, volunteered your time to help those in need, and demonstrated integrity and respect in all that you do. And for that, I commend you. I know it's not easy being in school where you're faced with so many choices throughout the day. However, you all continue to make the right decisions that have afforded you this opportunity of being Ellenville's bright spots, of being the academic scholars who continue to take education seriously, because school is not something every child in the world has easy access to. But let me remind you, your journey doesn't end here. In fact, it is just the beginning. As members of the National Honor Society, you have a responsibility to continue to uphold the values and ideals of this prestigious organization. You have a responsibility to continue to strive for excellence, lead by example, and to serve others with humility and compassion. So as you move forward on your journey, remember this moment. Remember the hard work, the dedication, staying up late, the sacrifices that brought you here. And remember that you have the power to make a difference, to shift the culture in the school, not just in your own lives, but in lives of the others. Congratulations, National Honor Society members. I am honored to stand here today before you as your assistant principal, and I cannot wait to see all that you will accomplish in the future. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Galloway. So just like Ms. Galloway said, National Honor Society is more than just getting high grades and going to class. It's an organization committed to being upbuilding of whole communities through the upbuilding of whole students. So this is done by our 4 core pillars. Those pillars are scholarship, leadership, service, and character. Those 4 pillars are the center of everything we do in National Honor Society. They motivate us daily, and it motivates us to do the best we possibly can and be the best versions of ourselves. So to further remind us of how we can embrace those pillars every day, I'd like to invite the 4 class officers in the class of 2024 to speak about these 4 pillars. So my officers are going to, before they go, they're going to light one of the candles to represent the 4 pillars, and then they're going to come up here and discuss those 4 qualities. So first is President Soraya Cromwell. She will reflect on the pillar scholarship. We will light them later because I left the lighter back there to light the other candles, so I'll be right back. But Soraya's going to talk about scholarship.
Sorry about that, guys. Okay, so scholarship. Every day, scholarship is a commitment to learning and growing on an educational path. It means making the most of the educational opportunities provided and seeking out learning, not only in school, but personally. Every day, scholarship doesn't require a minimum GPA, but it does require effort. More importantly, it stems from a desire to contribute to this world in a positive way by building your own knowledge, skills, and talents through new experiences. So now we're going to have Sarah speak in place for Johanna.
So our Vice President, Johanna Morse, couldn't be here today, so speaking in her behalf, we have Sarah Gonzalez. She's going to describe the pillar of leadership.
The former 6th President John Quincy Adams said, "If your actions inspire others to dream more, learn more, do more, and become more, you are a leader." Class of 2025 inductees, when you are inducted into the National Honor Society, you are now recognized as being a leader in the Ellenville community. Leadership is not about being elected or appointed to an office. The office does not teach someone how to be a leader. Leadership is an attitude cultivated over time. Class of 2025 inductees, you need to display the qualities of leadership every single day. Everyday leadership is carrying yourself with dignity and taking ownership and responsibility for your own actions and participation. Being a public speaker, playing quarterback, or having an official title is not required for everyday leadership. Everyday leadership means being an agent of your own pathway, someone who takes action and responsibility. Class of 2025 inductees, I challenge you to take control of your own pathway. I challenge you to dream more, learn more, do more, and become more. By doing so, you will be an Ellenville leader.
So while Sarah is lighting the candle, I'll have Haley Brazard will come up here and talk about service.
Everyday service is seeking out and engaging in meaningful service. It calls for a service mindset, the desire to seek opportunities to help others as well as acts of service. Everyday service is seeing a need and fulfilling it voluntarily. Sometimes it's driven by passion for a specific cause or people in need. Other times it's driven by personal or family needs, like taking care of siblings or helping with the family finances. Whatever the inspiration may be, everyday service is about seeing a need and stepping up to help without any expectation of reward.
And our secretary, Sabiha, will talk about the pillar character.
As I stand before you today, I'm reminded of the profound words of Abraham Lincoln, who once said, "Character is like a tree and reputation is like a shadow. The shadow is what we think of it, the tree is the real thing. Our character is like a sturdy tree, deeply rooted and unwavering, while our reputation is like the shadow that follows us. But it's the tree, our character, that truly defines who we are. We're all here because we've shown something special, something that goes beyond just grades or achievements. We're here because we've shown character, integrity, honesty, and responsibility in everything we do. Life throws curveballs, challenges come our way, but it's during those times that our character shines brightest. It's when we choose to do the right thing, even when nobody's watching, that we truly show what we're made of. Just look at the heroes throughout history, the ones who stood up for what's right, who fought against injustice, who led with compassion and courage. They weren't just defined by their actions, they were defined by their character. As you step into this new chapter of your life, as a member of the National Honor Society, let's remember what brought you here. It's not just about the title or the prestige, it's about the values we hold dear, the principles that guide us, and the character that sets us apart. So to all my new inductees, ability may have gotten you here, but it will take true character to keep you here.
So I'm privileged to introduce our induction speaker today, and I have to say this. So every year they have one of the faculty come give a speech to our inductees, and we had the members vote on who they wanted to speak today. And I don't know about previous years, but this year I only heard one name of one person that they wanted to speak, and so that person's here today. So inductees, your induction speaker tonight will be Philip Althouse.
Good evening. There were a lot of thank yous earlier, and I want to start out by just thanking everybody who makes this possible, from the administrative team to Ms. Mangrum, our custodial staff, our tech and lighting staff, the teachers who all had a say in this, our security who keeps our building secure. It's really an honor to be here tonight. Most importantly, I want to thank the parents. Thank you for entrusting us in sharing with us your most prized possessions, your children. I'm really honored to be here tonight. I've spoke a lot publicly at various events, but this is like fantastic. To have so many wonderful kids want me to be here and speak on their behalf, I'm honored. So, why are we here? We're celebrating greatness and achievement. And, when we think about that, greatness and achievement, to become a member of the National Honor Society, it means more than just succeeding in the classroom. So for you all to get inducted into this, you have to make a grade academically. But then once you hit that certain GPA threshold, your names get submitted to the staff. And then what's questioned and talked about is your character. So it's not just about grades, it's about character. And what is character, right? It's the traits that make up your personality. So you've met the grade not only with academics, but the people who you are and how you show up here every day and how you've showed up here every day. But additionally, it's service to your community. And I'm going to come back to that later in a few minutes here. But you've made the grade in all three of those areas. And that's going to be essential for you to be successful in life and, continuing on this path of greatness that you've started on. And greatness doesn't end here today. The skills that you learn in Ellenville High School, besides A squared plus B squared equals C squared, and whatever proofs you learn in geometry that I probably was miserable in when I was your age, everything you're learning about in social studies from the Cold War right now, and so on and so forth. You learn time management. You learn how to come into a place and work with people who are different than you, people who you might not necessarily even want to associate yourself with. You learn how to overcome challenges of things not always working out. Think of your high school, junior, senior high school career. And I was thinking about it on the way in here. It was all gray and rainy. And it made me think when you guys were, when COVID hit, that was kind of the beginning of your junior, senior high school experience. And then we have this beautiful night tonight, right? The sun came out, and that's kind of been the last few hours of the day. And it just made me think of your career, here coming through school. So many of the lessons you learn in school, it's not necessarily the lesson in the classroom, but it's this experience. And you guys have excelled in so many aspects, and you have been great in everything that you've done. Otherwise, I would not be addressing you this evening. So I want to talk about, what I hope for you all and that you find in your future as you get ready to, become members of Honor Society, and those of you who are getting ready to leave and enter, the quote-unquote real world. And I have one important wish, and that's that you find happiness. When I said I was honored to speak here tonight, I truly was, and I'm speaking from my heart. And I will tell you this, as you go out into the real world, if you want to find happiness, your heart is what you have to follow. You can follow your mind. It might bring you to a successful career, might bring you to a nice house, money, and that's all great. But are you going to be happy each day? When you wake up in the morning, when you come to work, most importantly, when you look in the mirror. If I had any wish for you guys, it's that you find that in life. And if you follow your heart, you will. And your mind is there to protect your heart. Like, there's some balance. You got to use this too. But, ultimately, I know your parents and your guardians, they wish the same exact thing from you. What do we want? We want our kids to be happy. And in order to be happy, right, you have to find peace. And my advice for you all how to do that, I've got 4 things for you. And I've said this to my students before. The 4 agreements: be impeccable with your words, mean what you say and say what you mean, always do your best, don't take it personal, and don't make assumptions. And you've already learned about a lot of that here at school, like things like don't take it personal. People aren't always going to be nice to you in the world. You learn that stuff in school. That's the stuff that goes beyond the classroom, and that teaches us how to go out in the world and how to be successful. And you've overcome stuff like that. You've obviously done your best, otherwise you wouldn't be here, right? Because this is a very select group. And if you remember those things, I think you'll find the happiness and peace that you need, which will make every day bright for you, like this night turned out. But ultimately, at some points in life, you'll fall, and life won't be easy. And maybe some of the lessons you learn here will help you. Maybe you'll reflect back upon an experience that you had here at Ellenville High School, and it'll help you get through a tough time. But it's easy to feel good and to feel happy when we're, with these points in life where we're celebrating greatness. But, when you fall, you get back up, right? And it's the character that you have displayed, it's the hard work that you have displayed, which gives all of us in this room confidence that you guys are going to be fine, and you're going to find happiness, and you're going to find peace even when life gets hard. So I leave you with a couple things, and then I'm going to wrap this speech up. Do your best and focus on your goals. Be able to laugh at yourself. Don't take what you do seriously. Don't take yourself seriously. Treat people with kindness and decency. And give to others in whatever capacity you can. So the fact that you have done all of these things already, community service, you've given to others, character, you've been outstanding people, you've been outstanding students, that's why we're here tonight. If you keep doing those things, you will continue to achieve and experience greatness. And ultimately, I hope you all find happiness and peace as you continue your path through the end of high school to our incoming honor society, and to those that are leaving our outgoing honor society. That is my wish for all of you. And once again, I'm honored to be here to speak on your behalf tonight. Thank you so very much. Congratulations.
There you go. Yeah. Okay, so before I introduce the inductees for class of 2025, I would like to recognize the accomplishments of our class of 2024 National Honor Society members. Some of you can't see the screen, but I'll email this to you guys later. When I applied and accepted the position of National Honor Society advisor, to say that I was nervous was an understatement. I was absolutely terrified, especially when Ms. Fagan called me the first week of school and informed me that these students were ready to work. However, Working with these talented individuals with diverse talents and interests has been the highlight of my year. They have been active in our school and local community throughout the year. This past fall, our NHS members collaborated with our second grade students and decorated the elementary school with beautiful fall decorations. In the beginning of the school year, our NHS students were paired with sixth grade students to mentor them and prepare them for moving up to the junior high school. Over the winter, our members assisted our second grade students in their classrooms where they assisted on making a quilt for the elderly ones in the hospital. The students also made Valentines for veterans staying at the Wappinger Falls VA Center. The National Honor Society also held its first and going to continue annual co-ed volleyball tournament where students played against each other in a competitive game of volleyball. And during the Elementary School Wellness Day, our members supported our younger students by participating in yoga, journaling, and building Legos. On April 5th, we held a district-wide faculty dodgeball tournament. And to finish off the school year, our National Honor Society members will be helping with Ellenville's first color run with face painting, throwing colors in the air, signs, concessions, and giving out water. These students exemplify the 4 pillars of the National Honor Society. Each one of these students has a bright future ahead of them. I can honestly say that it was an honor being your advisor this year. There's so much more that I can say about each one of these students as I've gotten to know them personally. But I hope you're as proud of yourselves as I am in you. So can we get a round of applause for our class of 2024 National Honor Society? Now I'll have Soraya Cromwell. She's going to introduce the inductees. So the inductees, can you line up at the stairwell? So first row, line up. Second row, line up. And just a heads up, juniors, there are cords right here. Please step over them. I don't want any injuries today.
Okay, I just want to say sorry if I butcher any of your guys' names, but I did practice beforehand. So we're going to start with Kayla Barberi. Phoebe Baker. Victoria Bonnets. Mero Concesión. Caroline Connor. Gisela Cruz. Riley Dishon. Luvian Escalante. Caitlin Evans. Alan Ebrick. Gabriel Julka. Marcus Lewis Rivera. Angelina Lopez. Salem Minor. Anthony Murdoch, Isabella Neville, Johanna Neville, J-Rod Neville, Colton Pakel, Emily Rayban, Alexander Reyes, Kalel Reyes, Fawad Shakar, Madison Shaw, Brandon Taporta, Casey J. Thomas, and Jonathan Torres.
Let's have another round of applause for our inductees in National Honor Society. So, just a reminder for our inductees, Honor Society is not just students with high grades. That is just one of several components which determine qualification. But in addition to scholastic achievement, they demonstrate service to their community and are expected to exemplify the qualities of a leader and exhibit outstanding personal character. In the words of the National Honor Society itself, student members are expected to, and I quote, uphold principles of morality and ethics and comply with school regulations, manifest truthfulness, avoid any cheating, and by showing an unwillingness to profit by the mistake of others. Ultimately, this is an organization of students who have agreed to serve as role models within our school local community, who emphasize the importance of scholarship, leadership, service, and character. So congratulations, first off, to our 2024 members. Graduation is in 2 months. And welcome our newest class of 2025 National Honor Society members. I'm hopeful that you will continue to be a positive force within our community. So we are actually going to have our 2024 members stand, if possible. Silas, be careful. And we are going to have, okay, we're going to have, actually, I'm going to do the pledge for both the past members, actually, in 2 months, past members and current members to repeat after me, okay? I pledge to maintain high scholastic standing, to hold as fundamental and worth as untarnished character, to endeavor intelligently and courageously to be a leader, and give of myself freely in the service of others. In so doing, I shall prove myself worthy of a place in the Ellenville chapter of this society. Congratulations, everyone. So this ends our induction ceremony. So if I can, could I have our newest members, if you just walk up the aisle, you can head into the main lobby, and then our class of 2024, can you, going that way, go down the stairs, up the aisle, and you can join everyone in that cafeteria for refreshments. Okay. Yep, go. Leave the candles, I'll get them. Leave the candles, leave them. I'll pull them out. Everyone, you can join us in the cafeteria. Congratulations, everyone.